The next set, say plotting rational numbers on the number line. Rational numbers, fancy word for fractions. We're going to plot fractions and mixed numbers on the number line. So when I'm plotting fractions and mixed numbers, I need to know what units my denominator should be in. Just like on those previous ones when I was writing the fractional position, I want to know what my denominator should be. So I'm going to count how many spaces I have between 0 and 1. These are kind of small, but you can see on your paper, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 places. So I want my denominators to be in 6. Here it is, it's in -2 and 1/6. So on my number line, I would go to -2 and then one more 6th place to the left. And so I'm going to be right here, one past the -2. Now when I have 8/3, I need my denominator to be in 6, because that's what those little marks are on my number line. So I need to make my equivalent fraction. 3 divides into 6 2 times. 8 times 2 is 16. Now if I wanted to, I could start here at 0 and count 16 places over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I'm 4 places past my 2. An easier thing to do probably than having to count all 16 of those little lines is to make your mixed number. If I make this into a mixed number, I'm dividing 6 into 16. 6 divides into 16 2 whole times. I went past the whole number 2. I then check my remainder. 2 times 6 is 12. My remainder is 4. So I have to go 4 more 6. I went 1 6, 2 6, 3 6, 4 6. Notice I ended up in the exact same spot as when I counted 16 little lines. So on number 8 again, I'm looking to see what units I'm going to be in. So I'm going to first count how many spaces are between 0 and 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I want to do -1 and 5 6. I'm going to go to -1, 1 6, 2 6, 3 6, 4 6, 5 6. So I should end up on the line right before the -2. 5/3 again, I need to do what I did up here, create my equivalent fraction in terms of 6. 3 goes into 6 again 2 times. 2 times 5 is 10. Instead of counting 10 lines over, I'm just going to go ahead and divide 6 into 10. Goes in there one whole time, and when I subtract, my remainder is 4. So I jump to the 1 and then go 1 6, 2 6, 3 6, 4 6. And there's where my 1 and 4 6 is, or 5/3. Number 9. Here, if I count between 0 and 1, I only have 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces. I'm in fourths. Both of those happen to have denominators of 4s, so I can go ahead and just plot those. -3/4. I start at 0. -1/4, -2/4, -3/4 is right before the -1. On the 7/4, I could either start at 0 and count 7 lines over, or I could make my mixed number. 4 goes into 7 one whole time. I have 3 extra ones, so I want to do 1 3/4. So here's 1, 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, and so 1 3/4 is right before the 2.